It's 3C2A men's soccer here on SoCalCollegeSports.com, live from Glendale College. It's Glendale, the Vaqueros, and the Cypress Chargers early season action here in 2019. Mike Zepeda joining you alongside. I'm going to need to see the last name on the ID to get the pronunciation right. That's going to be a tough one. First name Bart. He's a tech guy. Kotabakshi. Bart Kotabakshi. And Bart will be joining me here shortly. Starting lineups for Glendale: Wataru Okamoto, Thomas Dormer, Carlos Zamora, Kai Saito, Hung Jui, Tim Chu, Everardo Medina, Daniel Mesa Gonzalez, Jafet Perez, Hassan Nangadu, Alan Trujillo, head coach Laura Matsumoto. For Cypress, Leonardo Mondragon, Nomar Ibarra, Lorenzo La Violette, Justin Alarcon, Alfonso Montano, Christian de Guzman, Dakota Naring, Nicholas Gulowicz, Connor Fitzgerald, Kian Aminlu, and Jake Yu. We are underway. Cypress in the white, Glendale in the red. Cypress now with early possession, just underway. Get the scoreboard here situated for you. Glendale winning possession, 1-1 on the season. Cypress 1-0. A defeat early on, but rebounding nicely was Glendale in a 2-0 win over the defending conference champ Santa Monica their last time out. Some bonus coverage here for you on SoCal College Sports. Football opening weekend coming up on Saturday. We will be here live from Glendale as they host Antelope Valley. 3 games of coverage on Saturday. It'll be Saddleback and College of the Canyons. College of the Canyons running the slate undefeated in the regular season a year ago, eventually succumbing in the playoffs to their conference rival Ventura College. Ventura making it all the way up to the state championship game. And then Ventura also hosting Orange Coast. So 3 games of coverage on our broadcast slate. I'm happy to bring you soccer this evening. Wanted to give it a bit of a go here early in the season as I'm joined by Bart. Bart, how you doing?
Well, Mike, I am literally stapled to my chair right now. So pretty good.
If you actually mean that, that's impressive.
It took a significant amount of staples. I am actually out. Ooh, bit of a scuffle at the 40 there.
Back and forth early on, no score. Cypress with possession. They have controlled the majority of it thus far. And now with a run deep into the box. Nice tackle there on the far side made by Kai Saito.
Glendale driving it down. Ooh.
Glendale with a bit of a counter there. The attack thwarted. Cypress now maintaining possession. Player near side, this is Jake Yu. Yu kicks it up ahead. Back and forth, a bit of a long ball approach from the Chargers, having it down the sideline. This is going to be out of bounds. This is going to be a corner kick. No, it'll be a goal kick. The last player to touch it, Lorenzo Laviolette. Head coach for the Chargers, Christian Ruse. Assistant Jordan Brinkley. Cypress kicks it ahead, losing possession. Zamora kicks it ahead, and this is Jafet Perez. Perez, pass errant, off the mark, kick back to the keeper. Leonardo Mondragon. Mondragon gets things started off on the other side for the Chargers. Ibarra. Amin Lu nearly lost it as Daniel Mesa Gonzalez was in pursuit. An action slow going early on. And a turnover. And again, this is Daniel Mesa Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking to cross. That one kicked out of bounds, and I believe this is going to be a corner kick. Won by Glendale. So the first set piece in favor of the Vaqueros.
Yeah, Glendale getting a chance to really apply some pressure here. Glendale winding up on the kick.
Having a set piece. Looks like they're trying to get Jafet Perez. That ball low, kicked out easily by Cypress. Possible missed opportunity for Glendale. Coming off a 2-0 win at Santa Monica. Zamora with the throw in. That one goes a little long. Zamora heads it. Back into play, intercepted by Cypress. Cypress scrum for it. That ball won. Impressive open field play made by Christian de Guzman, but he lost it. Beat a couple defenders, tried to get it off to Laviolette. Laviolette, excuse me.
Looks like Glendale's going to send that one back.
And you see the size for the striker up front for Lorenzo Laviolette. He's a force to be reckoned with. Let's say he's about 6'2", 6'3", good size out there, good speed. You see him racing ahead of the pack, but unable to catch up to that ball.
One mean machine, Mike.
Indeed, Alfredo Tejada getting the start in goal for the Vaqueros. Throw in from the far side for Cypress. Bit of a dry run here for SoCalCollegeSports.com. Want to fine-tune all the kinks. Make sure that we're good to go and locked and loaded for this weekend. Football, and a very gracious host here in Glendale College. Athletic Director Chris Sacudo. Longtime friend of SoCalCollegeSports.com. Always happy to come up and pay a visit. He was happy to have us. Looking again for De Violette. And he has it, brings it near side. This is Jake Yu. Makes a move, gets past the defender, and then he's gobbled up. As the ball changes possession, it's Jafet Perez defending with it, kicks it to his own teammate. Nice pass, good defense on the ball there by Carlos Zamora, and he'll win the challenge. Possession back to Glendale. Coming up on the 36-minute mark in the first half. You're watching 3C2A Men's Soccer here at SoCalCollegeSports.com. Early season edition. Perez on the dribble. Has it slip away from him. Who's the last to touch it? Was that Gulowicz?
Well, you can tell Mike Glendale's getting a lot more aggressive with their stance. They're getting sick and tired of Cypress handling the game so far.
Yeah, I think they're trying to feel out Cypress, see what they have. Obviously, want to make sure that Lorenzo Laviolette isn't as much of a factor as he has been. It's really been the mismatch up front for Cypress, but they've done a pretty good job of containing him. Saw a nice move earlier by JQ, but Glendale starting to apply the pressure. We saw them win a corner kick early on, and now another challenge won by the Vaqueros. Free kick coming.
Just goes to show, Mike, this is truly just the beginning.
It really is. In the game and early in the season. Team in Glendale really looking to turn it around. Entry pass. That's a great ball.
Ooh.
An even better job by Leonardo Mondragon coming out and challenging that ball. That could have been trouble. Beautiful entry ball placed by Perez. And meanwhile, back we go.
All right, and here's Glendale keeping it in the game.
That pass stolen. Here comes Ibarra. Ibarra looking ahead. And that one nearly gets away from the Vaqueros. A streaking Connor Fitzgerald hunting the ball but unable to come up with it. So Glendale.
Right. Maintaining good ball control, liking that.
You have to if you're Glendale, and just have to be wary of the counter. I mean, they have some good big athletes, does Cypress, at their disposal.
Oh, yeah, no, Cypress has got some aggressive forwards here. They're really maintaining field presence, which is putting Glendale on its heels right now.
And at the same time, you got to be wary of the counter if you're Cypress. So
yeah, gotta look for that opening when it comes up.
Back and forth we go. Have to take advantage of your opportunities. Exactly right. It's a team last year, Glendale only winning one game on the season. They already have one win in the record books for 2019 after 2 games. So,
well, Glendale's only got room for growth from here.
That's exactly right.
Let's see how high they rise.
That ball batted out. That was Jose de Jesus Villalobos. Villalobos kicks that off the back of Carlos Zamora. Possession back to the Chargers. 33-minute mark and counting here in the first half.
Got Cypress throwing it in there.
Has it come away. That's going to be off of Glendale. Okay, so wait a minute. It looked like that was going to be a corner kick. Instead, you had possession last. End line down there in the end zone here on the football field on the campus of Glendale College. Kind of hard to see that end line where it ends, so I think you maybe got caught up, wasn't aware of where he was at on the field.
Yeah, definitely see a discrepancy with what he was seeing with the ref, but at the end of the day, the ref's word is law down there.
Doesn't matter what they think. Only matters what the men in the yellow ref jerseys, if you will. Laviolette on the dribble, centers it up, kicks it back, a strike from about 25 yards out, off the mark by Nomar Ibarra. Be a goal kick.
Definitely looking like Cypress's strategy this game is just maintain pressure. Just keep Glendale on the back pedal.
I think probably the strategy for both teams, but who's going to be crisper? Who's going to make the better passes? Who's going to maintain ball position? Obviously, that's such a key in this sport, and really in any sport. Think about basketball, cross-sport analogies. It doesn't really work that much in baseball, but speaking of baseball, this is one of the upper echelon programs in all of California. Glendale always in the mix. And we'll see them later this year. Possession won again by Glendale.
All right, here we go, Glendale up. Oh, here we go. This could be Glendale's big shot to switch pressure over to Cypress's side.
Just trying to get the ball out of their area.
Oh.
That's a ball that's won. Looked like it went off of Jafet Perez instead. Glendale will have possession. Perez looking to bring it in. He's going to slow things down, let the offense get set. Zamora's going to throw it in.
Now let's see how Glendale can widen up this opening they've got here.
Ganangadu. Perez. La Violeta with the steal. And you see his ball control there, bringing it to the near side. Centers it up. That one off of the head of Youngju Tim Chu. And a near threatening possibility. Fitzgerald off the mark. The ball batted out. Cypress trying to win it.
Desperately trying to keep the ball in play here, trying to maintain their advantage.
Yeah, they want to seize the momentum here. Obviously, they have a lot of men forward. Win another ball, and that's a great job defensively by Glendale, really quelling the storm. 30 minutes coming up. Minute mark in the first half. You're watching 3C2A Men's Soccer here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Here we go, Glendale with the long drive there. All right, we've got Cypress bringing it down, maintaining that aggression, but Glendale's line is holding. They will not let the 30 break there. Cypress taking a back pedal, trying to reassess the situation. All right, and like I said, Glendale holding it there at the 25. Cypress trying to find their end, but Glendale's preventing it.
Zamora heads that one out. Perez with a potential counter opportunity, has possession with it. Conversion by 3 Cypress defenders. Circles out of trouble, loses the ball. And here comes Cypress. Cypress with an opportunity. This is Christian de Guzman. De Guzman forward, looking for Fitzgerald. It's kicked out by Glendale. Handled by Trujillo. Jake Yu comes from the backside, nearly pokes it away, finds it on the foot of Jafet Perez. Good battle by Daniel Mesa Gonzalez to try and win it. Instead, it goes to the far side, middle of the field.
But that's what Glendale wants right now. They want to reset that pressure. They want to be able to, put themselves in a good position and create that opening.
Well, early on we saw Cypress. Glendale made a run, and now Cypress with the momentum about midway through the first half. Big collision in the middle of the field. No whistle. Like to see them play on. Saito loses the ball. La Violeta still on the move.
Cypress
with the
driving
ball,
deep.
Centering it up, and this is going to be a corner kick won by Cypress, and the pressure from Lorenzo La Violeta starting to become a factor here for Cypress.
And we see Cypress lining it up here.
See La Violeta, hands on the knees. I mean, he is gassed. And obviously he's going to be a man that you're going to try and feature. They're looking for him. It goes right to him. He's unable to jump to the ball. Ball last touched, I believe, by Glendale. No, they'll say that it's the Vaqueros who will have possession here.
Well, Mike, that's the price you pay for that early game aggression is, if you don't get that opening in the
building wall there, which is pretty cool. I wanted to chisel off a little piece and keep it. Well, I mean, so a lot of it's still left.
Yeah, we'll player down here for Cypress.
Featured on SoCalCollegeSports.com, SoCalCollegeSports.com, YouTubing tonight's game. So if you have any family member not here tonight, go on to SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Well, we'd like to test our stream's viability.
So it does look like we have a Cypress team member down right now. Hopefully nothing serious.
I wonder what that was. I wonder if we can maybe go back to it.
So, yeah, Mike, can we cue that back up? See exactly what happened there.
Building wall there, which is pretty cool. I wanted to chisel off a little piece and keep it. Well, I mean, so a lot of it's still left.
It looked like there was a scrum, maybe just a cramp, and it was a really hot day today. Obviously, the start time pushed back. That's Fitzgerald on the pitch.
Again, Mike, we may just be seeing the consequences of that really early game aggression, because that's what's going to start happening. Your players are going to start falling off one by one.
Exactly right.
But we'll see if Cypress can maintain their aggressive stance.
Exactly right. So they'll kick the ball back to Cypress. We'll play on. Ball kicked back to Mondragon. I think right now Cypress with momentum, but taking the air out of the ball right now. I think they need a breather. A lot of pressure being applied from their side. An opportunity here for Glendale to possibly capitalize.
And this just may be it, Mike. It looks like we're seeing Glendale driving in here.
Perez up ahead to Sanani. Sanani kicks it ahead, and you see some fresh legs out there for Glendale. A centering pass.
Glendale getting close to the box. This may be the opening that they've been looking
And
for.
this is Cypress now on the counter. Here's Jake Yu up the near side, kicks it over. As Cypress maintaining possession. Outstretched leg of Alfonso Montano. Montano wins the ball back. Players streaking on the far side for Cypress. Trying to get a number here for you. That pass deflected out of bounds. Nice defense made by Christian de Guzman, but I believe this is going to be the second corner kick now. The last couple minutes for Cypress is the pressure still mounting.
Glendale's strategy may be to just hold Cypress off until their fatigue gets the better of them. So this may end up being one long game.
Corner kick and a restart. Yu at the top. Ball deflected by Glendale. And the defense prevails for the Vaqueros. So a mini win for Glendale. Still in possession. Alan Trujillo showing off the handles. Loses the ball as it poked away. That ball nearly gets past the back line for Glendale. They still have possession. This on the far side. Ganangadu. And Cypress just a little bit better right now with the ball in possession. See the skill level just that much better than Glendale at the moment. And Glendale still looking to kind of get their bearings here at home. De Guzman. Deflected out by Zamora as Yu was challenging. Throw in near side from De Guzman. Finds Barajas. Or check that was Ibarra, excuse me. Quick tap in. That one just off the mark. De Guzman challenging. And Trujillo now with possession. Kicks it back. Possible counter opportunity. Speedy along the far side. Is that Jose Vela? Finding Sanani. Sanani now with possession. Turning the corner. Little misdirection. He's gobbled up from behind. That's going to be a free kick coming to the Vaqueros. You see the substitution paying dividends here for the Vaqueros. No score coming up on the 22-minute mark here in the first half.
This is one of Glendale's first big plays over on Cypress' side of the field. Let's see how they take advantage of this here.
This is striking distance. This is essentially a corner kick from where this is at. You get a good entry ball. You never know what can happen. Got to be ready.
One guy in the right position is all it takes.
Ganangadu, the big man in the middle. Look for him and Kai Saito. The ball's there. Saito, the first to get his head on it. Battle at the top of the box. Coming away. This is Medina.
In.
Medina with a shot off the mark, just right of the goal and high.
But this is Glendale coming back. This is Glendale showing they have some special.
That's actually true.
Cypress with possession. Looking for you. That pass intercepted. This is Jafet Perez. Perez has been a menace out there defensively, winning balls in the midfield.
Here we go. Glendale giving Cypress a taste of their own medicine.
Exactly right. Sinani now in the middle, kicks it back.
And you can see Cypress is looking a little slow. They may be paying the price for that early game aggression.
Yeah, I think so. I think they wanted to slow it, but the opportunities were possibly there, and we see a scrum for it on the far side, and this possession is going to be won back by Glendale.
And now Glendale is on the attack.
Like a family member of theirs.
The family member doesn't get it back.
They have to reapply for DMV and send a letter to DMV saying don't allow them. So basically, they don't get one anymore.
Well, trying to get all the audio kinks worked out. We may have found the culprit. Back and forth we go in the first half. No score. Saw Connor Fitzgerald go off with a possible cramping situation. Was very hot earlier today.
Glendale doing what they can to prevent getting boxed in by Cypress again, maintaining the possession of the ball at the center of the field here.
La Violette trying to win that ball, trying to garner a second win. That one tapped back to the keeper, Alfredo Tejada. Tejada kicks that one ahead, looking for Perez. Instead, one on the near side by Christian de Guzman. De Guzman looking for La Violette.
Whoa, got some body on body down there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because I thought that was a 50-50 ball. Tim Chu comes in. There was a collision between him and La Violette, and with the size of La Violette, it's almost like playing, when Shaq played basketball, he was so much bigger than his opponent. Oftentimes he was fouled, but it looked like he was fouling the other guy. So, maybe a little unfair there for La Violette, but Glendale now with possession, under 20 minutes to go in the first half, and La Violette in pursuit of that ball as it's kicked out of bounds by Tejada. Cypress will have possession back once again. I think, Bart, you and I would both agree the first half in terms of time of possession has been all Cypress.
Oh, yeah, no, Cypress has absolutely been dominating this game, but Glendale shows that, even if they're not being aggressive forward, they're being aggressive at the line because Cypress has not been able to break Glendale's defensive line right there at the 20-yard line. And if they can just keep La Violette running around, get him tired out, they may get the opening in the front that they need to push through.
Yep. Well, playing on the football field here at Glendale College, Sartors Field. Beautiful sunset here northeast of downtown Los Angeles. Say about 10 miles away? 10 miles away, hour and a half of traffic.
Hour and a half.
To your destination.
What fantasy world do you live in?
I don't know. It's a great point you make, La Violette.
But Glendale learning from their
Kicks
mistakes.
it over. La Violette comes free in the box. Shot on goal, saved by Tejada for Glendale.
Glendale's definitely wised up to La Violette's danger in the box, though. You see you've got about 4 or 5 bodies covering him the second he gets possession of the ball there. So Glendale is definitely being reactive, as they should be.
That's a missed opportunity there. That's a great tackle. First to the ball. Opportunity and a score for Cypress. Well, the pressure paying dividends. La Violette, it's tackled away from him. And we see a beautiful shot on goal. Alfonso Montano.
Let's just see if Cypress can really maintain this momentum.
Number 13, Alfonso Montano, 1-0, Cypress.
We're going to see it again here on the replay. Tackled away, Montano. No doubt about it there. We'll see it on the other angle. That's just a terrific job of perseverance.
Played it smart, played it cool, saw his opportunity, took the shot. Can't ask for anything more.
And Tejada really got to protect against that near post.
Cypress really going for it, really wanting to maintain that pressure, really trying to keep that train rolling.
And they're back at it again.
But Glendale has stymied him inside the box. Glendale, great save.
Tejada.
That's going to be a throw-in for Cypress, but Glendale has removed the ball from the danger zone, so it should give them a little breathing room to try and recover and, push through.
Exactly right.
And it looks like Cypress, that goal has reinvigorated them. I'm seeing a lot of that aggressive energy on the field again.
Yeah, and the opposite effect, I think, for Glendale. They look a little deflated, and they need to respond here in a hurry. Cypress now in territory for Glendale. That ball out of bounds off of a Vaquero. Going to be another set piece opportunity for Cypress. They lead it 1-0.
Glendale's definitely in a psychological danger zone, Mike. You know, they're feeling that pressure. It's hot out, so their bodies are exhausted.
Yep.
You know, they're down 1 point now. Hopefully they don't let that snowball.
More danger zone here for the Vaqueros. The ball is kicked out, trying to clear it away. Perez lets it go.
Here we go. Glendale driving it deep.
Possible counter opportunity. Here's Perez near side looking for a runner. I don't think he's going to be able to catch up to it. Pass intended for Trujillo. Too long of a run.
Once again, Glendale just resetting the field of play, just putting in their advantage, getting it on Cypress's side of the field. Let's see what they do with it.
Say that ball is off of Cypress. I don't know if I saw that. Maybe a deflection off of the pass from Perez. That's a great ball on the far side, and a great job, even better, by Mondragon coming out of the box. A couple of opportunities here for Glendale, but really not much doing.
And we can see Lavioleta maintaining his position deep in Glendale territory, ready to receive those deep passes from his goalie.
Well, when you have a player like Lavioleta, who has the ball right now on the dribble, looking for a touch pass in between defenders, that one poked away. Glendale going to win it, go out of bounds off of Cypress. But you see the type of presence that he has. You know, it wasn't Lavioleta that scored the goal, but I guarantee you Alfonso Montana really considered that kind of an assist.
Well, I mean, Lavioleta's ball control is outstanding. I mean, just driving through three Glendale defensive players, still delivering the ball to his teammates so that he can help set up that shot. So.
Exactly right. This game will be archived in its entirety on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Ball squirting ahead. In pursuit, it was Sanani. Sanani has provided some good minutes here for Glendale. Seen some good ball control, some fresh legs. Saito. Heard from him early on, haven't heard much from him there. Nice stop and go hesitation. Still on the dribble with the ball, brings it near side. This is Anangadu. Loses it. That ball won by Tim Chu. Back and forth we go at midfield. The challenge will go in favor of Glendale. Quick restart, and here we go. Pass intended for Sanani. See a little bit more composure here in the midfield for Glendale. They were pretty good early on, but the ball has to find the foot of Jafet Perez. He's really been the leader here in the midfield, creating opportunities. Of course, you got to finish those opportunities.
Looks like Glendale may just be waiting for one to present itself. It's been a very defensive game on their part so far.
Well, they find themselves down 1-0. And defensive with good reason. You see the attackers, you see the skill level, you see the athleticism on display for Cypress and at their disposal.
But once again, once it hits that 20-yard line, any attack Cypress is pushing through is breaking against Glendale's barricade there. So we'll see if they can maintain that and hopefully at least even the game out with a score of their own.
11 minutes, under 11 minutes to go in the first half. Glendale trailing 1-0.
Glendale going for that deep drive.
Yeah, just needing to change it up, see if they can get something over the top, get momentum back in their favor, decidedly in favor of Cypress right now. That ball poked away from La Violette, finds itself on the boot of Jake Yu. Yu still on possession, has it poked away by Perez. Perez, nice magician tricks with the ball there. Ball on the far side from
Glendale
Esteban Alcantar, newly checked into the ball game, did not start.
Glendale showing some great ball control now. It's keeping Cypress on their heels, running them around, running La Violetta around, and that's what we want to see because that's going to give them that late game exhaustion advantage.
More long ball on display from Glendale. Yu now with it for Cypress, near side. Kicks it back, Ibarra. It's a game of keep away. Cypress up 1-0 on the scoreboard, under 10 to go in the first half.
Letting their goalie reset the position of the ball for him there. All right, and we see Cypress taking a bit of a breather, just letting it walk in, just trying to assess the situation.
Well, I think one of the mistakes I think that they made early, even though it didn't really cost them anything on the scoreboard, I think they were attacking a little bit too often. Not letting the game come to them, I think maybe expending a little bit of energy. And, there's another half to play here, and I think that's a smart move here by Cypress, changing the pace. They lose possession here. Ball in the center of the field. Sanani loses it, trying to turn on it. The passes need to be softer. The touch on receiving the passes needs to be better from Glendale.
Long drive from Cypress. Looks like it was for La Violetta, but Glendale intercepted there, and they're pushing it back out.
Yu with it near side, looking for an opening. Trying to win the ball back away, and both teams really gassed right now, and you see the heat really taking its toll at the end of the first half from earlier today. Still pretty hot out there. Nice cool breeze, though.
We can see some of Glendale's frustration in Cypress's ball control, too. I mean, definitely over-aggressive to get possession, definitely over-aggressive to maintain possession.
Exactly right.
So we can see what Cypress is doing to Glendale psychologically. We're seeing the effect they're having on him.
I think Jafet Perez has been really good here in the first half. Like to see him touch the ball even more in the second half, but it's not 1 on 11. It's a team effort. You got to have some people behind you. Maybe pair him up, move him over in the middle of the field. See if you can get him and Sanani clicking on the same page. To Guzman.
Cypress slowly but surely moving it into Glendale's territory.
I think if you're Glendale, you need to be a little bit more physical here. I think you're being out physical and outplayed, and out hustled. You see a ball there, really not converged on.
Well, the problem with Cypress keeping up that aggression is that it makes Glendale play reactionary.
Yeah.
They're not creating the opportunity. They're just dealing with what they're being served.
Exactly right. I think they're being proactive or trying to be proactive. We see a whiff in the middle of the field. La Violetta with possession gives it to the far side.
Getting inside the box there. We're getting into the danger zone.
This ball settled up, and we're going to have quick restart. Here's Perez. Is that possibly a handball?
Oh, here we go.
We have a
Glendale
runner.
creating that opportunity.
And a save made by Mondragon as Andrew Sanani. We've heard his name here in the first half a couple of times. Missed opportunity.
But that just goes to show if Glendale bides its time just right, a lot more of those opportunities are going to start developing in this later half of the game.
La Violetta with some room in front of him. 3-on-4, numbers not in his favor. That's a push-off. Gets away with it. No whistle on the field. Kicks it ahead. Tejada comes out. Man still on the pitch for Glendale. Looks like that's Jose Carmona. go back to the replay here. On the long ball by, I believe it was Perez, and indeed Perez to Sinani. Well, I like it when I'm right. See a great pass, entry pass, and Sinani looking for that corner. And Mondragon said, nah.
Cypress
we have an
driving
opportunity
deep.
here. Live action. Got to be careful in the box, being physical.
Lining it up.
That one hitting the side of the net. That's a terrific run there by Nicholas Gulowicz.
Rejected.
He just really ran out of room. I think he overcommitted himself. We see it here. So we're going to have a substitution. Just a great job of turning on it, going one-on-one. Got to see better defense from Glendale.
Seeing a lot of interesting solo work from players on Cypress, but not so much from Glendale. Glendale kind of keeping it a team effort there.
Under 5 to go here in the first half. Haven't had a lot of injury time, maybe a couple minutes. Sinani had a scoring opportunity earlier from Perez. Perez with it. Gives it over to Saito. And Glendale starting to move some players forward. It's a great touch pass just out of the reach on the near side of Matthew Molina for Cypress, newly checked in for the Chargers.
This puts Glendale in a favorable position if they're willing to really take advantage of what they've got here.
Fresh legs out there for Glendale. Brandon Carrillo had just thrown the ball in. We have a confrontation on the near side. It looked like Kian Aminlu was whistled for a foul. Be a free kick here. Jafet Perez and Esteban Alcantar trying to figure out who's going to kick it first. Might this be a shot on goal?
This could be what Glendale needed to even it up.
Alcantar with a touch ball in the center.
Oh!
And a missed opportunity for the Vaqueros. It's a beautiful ball brought in from Alcantar. Look at where this ball ends up. I mean, that's in striking distance. There, and just got to do a better job of turning on it and receiving that ball. Been a big theme this first half, I think, here, Bart. Just the passes, I think, have been there at times, but the reception of those passes has not been as crisp as you would like if you're Glendale.
Glendale's definitely getting the ball into a decent position, but the problem is that they don't have anyone there to receive it and send it off on its way. And I think that's what Glendale needs to be working on now, is really setting up those moments so that when that opportunity comes, they can take that advantage, they can be aggressive, and they can take the game.
Players forward for Glendale. Cypress tries to respond with a long counter. Instead, it goes out of bounds. Goal kick here. Restarted quickly by Glendale, trying to get something going before the end of the first half, coming up under 3 minutes.
And we can see Cypress keeping their eye on the clock. They're definitely taking it up another level.
Exactly right.
But this may hurt them in the long run.
Cypress now with a counter, have a man forward, a centering opportunity for the Chargers. The ball goes over the crossbar off of the foot of Sahan Amir Jalali.
But that just goes to show, I mean, when Cypress is trying to take those advantages, they have men set up in position. They've got it lined up. You know, they're going for an established shot. They're not waiting for that moment to happen. Hopefully Glendale takes some notes on that, and we see a little bit more precision in the second half.
Obviously, it's not out of reach. Only 1-0. Cypress has been in charge most of the way here, but a couple of opportunities for Glendale. You have to figure Sinani, who has given them great minutes, is going to get a pretty good share of minutes in the second half, but the adjustments have to be made. The play just has to be better from Glendale after the break. High leg there from Sinani.
And that's exactly what we've been talking about. I mean, long Hail Mary drive from Glendale, no one there to receive it, no one there to keep that play moving, maintain that momentum. Looks like we're going to have the ball thrown in by Cypress here. Cypress going deep, maintaining that aggression. Driving down.
Deep ball. That hits the bar.
Oh, is Cypress going to – are they going to double down on it?
A near threat here. That one headed out. As coming back was Okamoto for Glendale, heading it out.
Looks like it is going to be.
But another threat from Cypress late in this first half. Looking for a little insurance as we go in at the break. Coming up on injury time here. That ball headed out off the head of Sahand Amir Jalali.
You can definitely feel that frantic energy starting to build up with us being on injury time now. Glendale really wants to make sure that they can at least end that first half, maintaining the status quo, not letting Cypress push their advantage.
Yeah. So another set piece. That one off the crossbar from Cypress. Another opportunity.
Cypress going
Cypress,
for it.
That one saved nicely by Tejada. That whole sequence. We see the set piece. Terrific entry.
Mike, I think this is a fantastic example of an unstoppable force in Cypress hitting an immovable object in Glendale's defense. They are pushing deep, but they are getting repelled every time.
1-0 as we go in at the half. And the difference right now, a goal from Alfonso Montano.
But we'll see how badly Cypress is going to pay for all that first half aggression. Weather's definitely cooling down here. We've got some fresh legs on the field, but you know, if La Violeta comes off there, we may see this game change in Glendale's favor.
So we go back to the goal earlier in this one. Montano one-on-one with the keeper and no chance for Tejada. Halftime here from Glendale. Cypress up 1-0.
All right, folks, we are back here at the Glendale v. Cypress game. Halftime is over.
We'll get that situated up here for you shortly. Cypress up 1-0. Start of the second half, and Glendale with some adjustments to make. A little sloppy in that first half. Some things to shore up early in the season, but they have matched their win total from a year ago and looking for a little bit more in 2019. Weak shot on goal from Sanani. Possession will go back to Cypress. Alfonso Montano with the strike after the ball was tackled away from Lorenzo Laviolette, and Laviolette was really the story of that first hand. His pressure really led to that goal, the lone goal on the night. See another counter opportunity, this time for Cypress, centering it up. That ball inside and saved beautifully by Tejada.
And Cypress looking like they're going to maintain their strategy from that first half. Just constant, aggressive pressure just in Glendale's face, keeping them boxed in. Looks like we got a little foot on ankle action down there.
There you go.
And we've got Cypress kicking it in.
Cypress with a free kick. Ibarra will put a boot on it, center it up. That went over the head of the intended target. Looked like that was headed for Jose de Jesus Villalobos.
And that just shows us, Cypress sticking to their attack doctrine. Keep making sure that shot is set up, making sure there's someone there for the reception, keeping everything very planned, keeping everything very contained.
And a quick correction, that was Amir Jalali, the intended recipient of that pass. That one kicked away by Ibarra. Ricardo Zepeda, no relation, in pursuit by Cypress as Tejada comes out from his post, pokes it away. It'll be a throw-in for the Chargers.
Man, all of that fatigue that we were seeing at the end of the first half seems to have evaporated. Cypress really just foaming at the mouth, chomping at the bit there, keeping that pressure on.
Get the clock situated here for you. And there we go.
It looks like Cypress getting another kick in here.
Yeah, free kick on the near side for the Chargers. Don't see Laviolette out there right now, obviously getting a breather. This is Ibarra looking for the back post. The header is in! And it's a goal! Cypress. Looked like
Glendale's
it looked like Nicholas Gulowicz.
Glendale's really got to be careful now, Mike. They have got to be hurting psychologically and physically from these attacks that Cypress keeps sending
You look at the
way.
back post, and that's a beautiful play set up. Off the set piece. We'll have another pretty good look at it here when we come back to it. Two nothing.
Here we go, Glendale putting up their
Cypress
blockade. Oh,
again.
Cypress lining it up. Oh, and stopped by Glendale's goalie.
You know, Tejada's been pretty good here today. But
He has definitely been the foundation of maintaining Glendale's defensive line.
yeah, I mean, not much you can do when you get one-on-one with the keeper. The offensive player is going to win that pretty much every day of the week. And we saw it from Montano earlier. That time, Nicholas Gulowicz will get confirmation on that second goal.
Well, Mike, I tell you, I'd love to see some more in-box aggression from Glendale. Typically, once they've got that close, keeper gets close to it, they back off. So I'd like to see what it looks like for them to really try and get in this game and turn it around.
And indeed, confirmation, Nicholas Gulowicz on the score for Cypress.
Cypress getting their third free kick within the past 2 to 3 minutes here.
That one off the wall. That one sent back in. Dangerous ball. Flag not up on the far side. And again, Tejada comes out and makes a play. Quick restart here for Glendale. Let's see if they can capitalize, get something going. Momentum decidedly in favor of the Chargers, up 2-0 here in the second half. Early second half. Under 40 minutes to go in this one. Ball on the near side. This is Okamoto.
And, Mike, you see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You know, even though Glendale's keeper is going for the ball, we've got two of Glendale's, or Cypress's Chargers, going at him, keeping that pressure, keeping him on his heels, creating a possible opportunity that they could take advantage of. And love to see a little bit more of that get up and go from Glendale.
Perez, the header over the crossbar.
Close, but no cigar today.
Well, missed opportunity here. That was a dangerous ball again off the foot of Perez. Look at that ball. Finds the head of Sanani. Sanani unable to finish. Well, could have been just like that, 2-1, but instead,
Cypress withholds.
Yep. The edge remains 2. Perez.
Gonna get a call on that?
He will. Foul. No blood, no card, I guess.
Well, you know what they say, Mike, if it bleeds, it leads.
It's true. We are in the land of film and television, that's for sure.
Glendale playing a little tentative here. Looks like they're a little worried.
Yeah, I think right now, I think it's pretty obvious. This is a team in Cypress that has a sense of identity. They know exactly what they want to do, and Glendale is still searching for that identity.
Well, Mike, I feel like Cypress, they know where they should be and when. I mean, we're seeing a lot of these long Hail Mary drives from Glendale going out to empty field, going out to Cypress players. You know, they're not finding the inside man that they need.
Yeah, at the same time, I think that's more of a product of, just trying to stop the bleeding and try to get the momentum back the other way. You know, it's similar to, somebody who's, just trying to tread water. I think Glendale right now, with all the pressure being put forward from Cypress, right now they're just trying to tread water.
Oh, yeah, no, it is definitely a reactionary game, but that is exactly where Glendale does not want to be because it makes it so that Cypress is in control. They are the one applying the pressure, and they are the one squeezing Glendale until they crack.
Into the viewership, which isn't much, according to our feed. Just want to give you a heads up that audio will cut out. You will still see the game action. But a little training going on this evening.
All right.
That ball squirts away from Glendale. Again, possession back to Cypress. If you're late to it, hit 20.
Got it. That's why I've got my mouse hovering right here. All right. And it looks like we've got that trademark. Cypress keeping that pressure up, trying to get the ball out of their danger zone. But Glendale doesn't want it to happen.
Lose the ball there. Looks like this is Medina. Medina kicks it back. Gets it back. Working on the near side. He's got to get rid of that ball sooner as the defense stifling from the Chargers.
Cypress trying to get it out, not liking a taste of their own pressure.
Ibarra maintaining his dribble, and he's really a big key of what they do, much in the mold of a Japhet Perez, who really tries to man the middle of the field and maintain ball possession. And Perez has done a fantastic job throughout this match for Glendale. Really the lone bright spot for the Vaqueros. Playing very well. Trying to set his teammates up. We saw a couple of really huge opportunities, and that all started with Japhet Perez.
All right, Glendale continuing their newly found aggressive push, trying to get it in the box, but seeming to fall just a little bit short.
Under 34 minutes to go in the second half. A commanding 2-0 lead for the Cypress Chargers. 3C2A men's soccer here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Early 2019 edition. Football on Saturday. 3 games on the slate for us here at SoCal College Sports. Glendale right back at you from this very same location. Early start time, 1 p.m., hosting Antelope Valley. And then we head over to Santa Clarita and Ventura for the nightcaps. Doubleheader action, simultaneous. Ventura hosting Orange Coast, and a big matchup early.
Glendale looks like they may be getting their drive.
Senani
Pushing deep, lining it up.
with a centering pass. Man in the middle, and that one headed away. Perez right there, chests it to himself, loses it, and it's cleared away nicely by Cypress.
Classic example of Glendale this whole game, setting up a moment without having their inside man, without having someone to receive that shot.
Ibarra slowing things down, and they'll send it back to the keeper, Leonardo Mondragon. Again, game of missed opportunities here for Glendale. They've had their chances. See Sanani playing a big factor into the success tonight for Glendale. Perez.
Glendale kicking it in, trying to get that deep drive, getting repulsed by Cypress.
Cypress now countering. This is a man in the middle. This is Medina. Medina over, and the flag
Cypress
is up.
pushing deep.
Bit of an offsides trap from Glendale. And the possession will go back to the Vaqueros. Low free kick to the foot of Perez, and off of Perez and out of bounds. And that's a ball right there that it needs to be up. You're trying to traverse the length of the field, and you're not going to do it with a low ball like that. Ibarra in the middle through double coverage. Turning on it, this is Medina.
Cypress once again.
Check that Montano.
Cutting deep from the right.
Montano to the corner, and this one's trying to get centered up. I believe this is going to be a corner kick. That went off of a Glendale defender. Say Jose Vela.
About to hit the last half hour of the game here, and I predict, hopefully, Glendale's really going to try and turn up the heat on Cypress and make up for some of that lost ground here, really try to reverse the situation.
Well, easier said than done. That one turned on from well out front. Tejada all over it. He'll direct traffic. Get things started back the other way. Carmona on the ball right now. Kicks it up ahead. That one finding the foot of Japhet Perez. Perez, little stop and go hesitation. Faking Amir Jalali out of his boots. Jalali loses it. This is Alcantara. Alcantara gets it back. Touch play in the middle. That one intercepted, and back the other way we go for Cypress on a possible counter. That ball misplayed.
Cypress once again.
Morales. One-on-one with the keeper one more time. Tejada coming out, trying to cut off the angle.
If he can bring it around.
Nobody coming up from the backside. Man down on the far side. Carmona for Glendale. As Tejada, another good job in goal.
And we see Cypress driving it up here, coming up the right, and crossing over to nobody. Pulling a bit of a Glendale there, not having someone to set up the shot and receive it.
Take a quick break in the action here. Back in a moment. When you're here, don't worry about talking.
Just focus on.
You got to lock in. Like, talking is not a priority.
Got it.
I'll keep your mic up just for the banter back and forth. Jeff probably won't have you on a mic.
Okay.
But you got to lock in.
No, for
Play
sure.
happens like that.
Got to be on point with it.
Got to be on point with it.
Okay, absolutely.
And it's hard. Like, it's hard. First time you ever done it. So, I get it. Who's the player down? Huh? Carmona, that's right. Jose Carmona, injured player for Glendale. And Vaquero's looking for a successful recipe of players out on the pitch. Again, relentless pressure from the Cypress side. Looks like Vela's going to come back in along with Saito. Senani pushing forward, trying to win that ball and defend. That one off of Cypress. Throw in for Glendale. And they're trying to get something going. Trying to apply the pressure of their own, battle for the ball. This is going to be a foul. Back to Cypress it goes. I believe that was Saito getting into the fray. Well, finishing the point earlier, Santa Clarita. It'll be College of the Canyons hosting Saddleback, two early season powerhouses in Southern California, duking it out.
And at this point, Mike, all Cypress needs to do is play Glendale's game. Just hold that line and wait out the clock.
Well, I think you're exactly right. It's something where I don't think putting players forward right now is going to do you any good. But, you know, there is something to be said with, you know, trying to win the game versus trying not to lose it. And sometimes when you put yourself on your own heels by design, not putting men forward, I think pressure has really served Cypress well. We see it again right here. That ball still in the middle of the field. That's Ibarra. Ibarra really directing the show for Cypress here today. This is Amir Jalali in the middle of the field looking for a touch pass in the middle.
Cypress might be pulling it out here. Got some action going close to the box.
Lorenzo Laviolette back into the ball game. That ball off of Glendale. It will be a throw-in. And Laviolette looking for an exclamation point. Was a big part of that first goal. They got things started off for the Chargers.
And this may be Cypress's moment to push it through.
A battle for it. They need to clear. Laviolette looking for the back post, and that one just sailing wide. Not out of play yet. Amir Jalali in pursuit has it on the far side. Wins the ball for Cypress. Ibarra kicks it back. Cypress maintains possession. Ball kicked in. Will Glendale come away with it? Able to clear it? No. The struggles continue here for Glendale. Amir Jalali. Ibarra intercepted. Glendale now with it. Jafet Perez on a counter. Got a man forward, not much doing there. He'll play it back to Saito. Saito converged on defensively nicely by Cypress. No whistle there. I think they were expecting one. And instead, the ball on the foot of Kai Saito. Over to the near side of Okamoto. That ball out of bounds off of the foot of Nangadu. Nangadu, quite the athlete out there. You see the speed, but the skill not matching the athleticism, obviously something for him to work for. As that ball sails out of bounds.
And once again, Cypress throwing in deep into Glendale territory, maintaining that immense pressure.
Pressure, ball control, time of possession. You go back on this one.
This has definitely been Cypress's game.
Yeah. It's not a wonder why they're up 2-0. Sanane trying to change the script on that one. He has possession here, working one-on-one. Maintaining possession. This is Medina. Medina trying to go 5-hole. Amir Jalali not having it. Ball stolen.
Is this Glendale's opportunity to push in, taking the
Glendale,
shot?
This is a far shot outside. It hits the goal post, and this is out of play, and a goal kick coming to Cypress.
And looks like we're going to have Cypress's keeper deliver that ball back into play here in a second.
We'll have a substitution on the pitch as Alcantara will come off. He'll come off in favor of Alan Trujillo, who got the start earlier here tonight. Possession again for Glendale. This is to the fresh legs of Trujillo, who loses it. That one kicked forward. Molina. Scrum for it at the midfield. No whistle. They let him play. Perez, touch pass. And losing it again, Trujillo. Couple of opportunities for Trujillo, and challenge and losing the ball fairly weak. Meanwhile, Gonzalez, Benjamin turning on it. That pass stolen by Jafet Perez, and Perez looking to turn into the middle of the field. And again, Perez just putting really on a show of effort and trying to spur his team to get something on the board. And that pass off the mark from the back end, that was Vela again off the mark. And the defenders just have to do a better job of really holding that back line. And here comes Lavioleta
going in.
And Tejada pokes that one away. That's a good convergence by Vela, but Vela was the player who had that one get away.
And let's take a look at that here. We see a little bit of aggression here.
That just can't happen. And that's a great pass and a great thread of the needle, but you got 3-on-1, and Lavioleta comes free. Tejada has to make a play on it. Luckily, Lavioleta doesn't handle it cleanly, unlike him. And the Vaqueros come away unscathed. Shot on goal from well out front by Ibarra, saved by Tejada again. I wonder what his numbers are. And got a few saves here tonight. Obviously, 2 have gotten past him, but 2 where he didn't have very much chance. A couple of really nice saves for Alfredo Tejada. So you look at the game here tonight, you look at the score, they're down 2-0 is Glendale, but a lot of positives to take away. You have Andrew Sanani really getting into the mix. The steady hand in the midfield has been Jafet Perez, and in goal, Alfredo Tejada has had a pretty good game. But it's got to be a team effort. Right now, the defense, the back line is really becoming a bit of a leaky sieve. You have to shore things up, get things started off, cleaner passes from that back line. And you know, when you're 3-on-1 defensively and you're letting players slip past you, that's a question of effort.
And a big problem with Glendale's offensive capability is they can get that ball in, but again, never usually have someone there to receive it and send it on its way.
Yeah, I think at both ends, something left to be desired for sure for Glendale. But I will say this, in the middle of the field, I think they're right there here with Cypress. Free ball on this one over the crossbar. Flag is up, look like. There's Ernesto Barajas, well off the mark there.
Coming up on the last 20-minute mark here, let's see if Glendale can't at least turn this a little bit around.
See if they can cut this lead to 1. Easier said than done, of course. But you know, it's early in the season. It's not necessarily about winning this game. It's a pretty good team in the Chargers. Laviolette winning that ball, poked away by Perez. Perez still battling. You know, where's the help sooner? That's one where Zamora has to come in and win that ball. Perez doing all the work. Zamora there's just watching. Cypress maintaining possession. Under 20 minutes to go in the second half. It has been mostly Cypress.
And it looks like we've got players down on the field here.
You know, one thing that I've liked to have seen, or one thing that I've really liked tonight, not a lot of players, you know, working on their acting skills, if you will.
Definitely. No flair for the dramatic in these guys tonight.
Yeah, no Neymar awards going out here tonight. And just good sportsmanship out there. You know, two teams battling, and good job by the referees really letting them play through it. But the Chargers getting the better of it. 1-0 on the season. Looking to improve that mark to 2-0. Senani turning on it, winning the ball, and it's going to go off of Cypress, and that ball won by Andrew.
Right. Glendale throwing it in here.
Zamora will give way to the far side. I believe this is Trujillo. Trujillo looking for some players forward.
Here we go. I think this is what we wanted to see. Glendale trying to be a bit more tactical about their decisions, trying to make sure that someone is there to set up the play.
Perez
Keeping
within the midfield. Hard challenge, and a whistle is blown.
Let's go ahead and take another look at that there. See the ball come in there. Glendale retakes possession, gets a little aggressive.
Yeah. See a hard charge there from Cypress on Perez. Obviously, Perez a player that you got to keep healthy if you're going to have a chance here. For Glendale, coming up a little stiff.
Looks like it's going to be a goal kick for Glendale.
No, free kick
free
coming.
Kick. My apologies.
Free kick coming. That's all
My
right.
apologies.
You're still learning the terminology. That's all right.
Hopefully they can.
Now, if this was an esports broadcast, it'd be the other way around. Shot on goal off of the free kick. Mondragon all over it. And hopefully somewhere down the line, esports perhaps on the horizon for us. Who knows? Meanwhile, Glendale trying to get something going. Still with possession.
Pushing through here, setting it up.
And that ball just wide right.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Unfortunate miss there.
Nangadu, it almost looked like he was surprised that the ball squirted to him. He had an excellent opportunity.
Breaks out of that barricade there and then just flies a little too far right.
Trujillo had Mondragon. Is that going to be off of a deflection? Looked like that was poked away. So a corner kick and a set piece opportunity for the Vaqueros. Some substitutions from the far side for Cypress before this the Vaquero free kick. That ball bending in. Mondragon fists it out.
But can Glendale?
And Glendale starting to seize a little momentum here, and you like to see that response.
And I think this is what we've been waiting for out of Glendale. A little bit more tactical thinking, a little bit more aggression, a little bit more playing inside of the box instead of around it.
Well, the aggression and the composure in the midfield, when they get inside the 20-yard line, as it looks like, we're playing on a football field, obviously, but when you see that marker on the field within the 20-yard line and right where that box is, the composure really hasn't been there. They get flustered, they get too excited, and they're playing anxiously instead of letting the ball come to them. A couple times, they've had their opportunities, but it's been Cypress that has been able to capitalize on those close opportunities. We see them possibly with another one as Perez boots that one away. Ibarra wins that one yet again.
Cypress slowly bringing it home.
Give and go. Ibarra on the far side. It's going to center things up, looking for the back post.
Hard drive. Are they going to set up for another attack here? Let's see what happens.
Barajas with it on the near side, working one-on-one. Nearly loses it out of bounds. Stops on it. Kicks it out.
And Cypress setting up here.
Cypress looking
Is this going to be
a number 3. Instead, it's kicked away. Nangadu with a close tackle in the box. Kicks it away. It's going to be a throw-in for Cypress. They're looking for number 3.
Take a look at that there. Slow it down. So we see Cypress coming in. And then looks like
Yeah, Nangadu.
Nangadu just swipes right in there aggressively, just knocks it out of the park.
Nangadu wins that one. He's tackled. It'll be Nangadu getting into it. Well, under 14 minutes to go, you wonder where was this energy earlier if you're Glendale, but nice to see it at some point. You're not necessarily playing to win this game, but, hey, build some momentum to your next match.
Definitely seems like Glendale may be a team that performs better under pressure.
Is that similar to playing or performing better when you cram for an exam versus studying throughout a school year?
Well, you know, everyone's going to be a little bit different.
Are you better when you procrastinate? Are you one of those?
I can't answer that. My mom might be listening to this, and I'd like to have a home to go to. So I'm going to respectfully decline that one, Mike.
That's fair.
But it does look like for Glendale, when the crunch really comes down, they buckle it up. You know, they bring it together.
Hard challenge in the box. La Violette, a big part of this challenge here.
Cypress just driving it in once
Molina,
again.
La Violette, one-on-one.
Oh!
Over the crossbar.
Blocked. Let's take a look at that once again.
Yeah, I don't know if he got a hand on it, but we'll definitely get a pretty good look of it here.
Takes the shot.
La Violette, great pass from the near side, and
I
think it just sailed over the crossbar, and that was Matthew Molina setting up La Violette. They're going to say that Tejada did get a piece of it. I'd like to see that one more time because I don't know if Tejada touched that ball.
Let's take a look here. All right, we've got Cypress pushing it in.
Yeah, let's go to live action. Another opportunity. It's all right. Still learning the timing. That's all right. You go back to it now. Go ahead. So we'll see that play, the shot on goal. Maybe nicked a piece, did Tejada, but
looks like he may have nudged it out of the way a bit. And at the end of the day, as long as that goal wasn't made.
That's exactly right. And La Violette obviously has been a presence out there, but so is Tejada. He's been terrific in goal despite giving up 2 here tonight versus a very game Chargers ball club. From Cypress, La Violette, one-on-one. Tejada coming out. Here comes the header. It's not there.
And that is Glendale saving it. Let's take a look at that again.
Hold on. We're still in play, and La Violette heads that one into the side of the net. So let me go back a little ways here. We'll see it kind of develop. Bit of a run. Finding itself on the foot of La Violette. He heads it up. That one nearly kicked in, but saved by the back line of Glendale. The score remains 2-0. 10:35 to go. Okamoto. Over to Saito. Medina. Glendale with possession. Perez. Bit of a miscue from him. Haven't seen much of those from him tonight. And he might just be a little bit tired. We saw him come up hobbling, and looks like he's smarting a little bit right now. Jafet Perez. Medina keeping his dribble. Kicking it ahead. That pass will be intercepted. Here comes another charge. Perez heads that one away. crisis averted momentarily here for the Vaqueros. And can they switch up the momentum? No. Cypress back with possession.
And we can see on the field tensions running high. Both teams now pushing at 110% in these last 10 minutes, really getting that aggression up.
Well, trying to push it 110%, but I think right now it's a matter of what's left in the tank. Big hot day at the end of a match. Cramping could become an issue. It's like watching a Prius go up a hill.
Well, if anything, if Cypress is that Prius, they have been slow, but they have been steady, Mike. And there is a recharging station around the corner.
No, they've been acting more like a Tesla here tonight. They've been terrific. Really holding serve on the road. 2-0. About to move to 2-0 on the season. The 2-0 win should this score hold versus Glendale. That ball kicked ahead. Well out of his post is Mondragon to kick that one away and clear it.
But that Cypress keeper wants nothing to do with that ball. Gets it out of there.
Well out of the box, but it's a turnover. Some lapses in effort here tonight from Glendale. Sloppy play early in the season. All very correctable. But it's got to start in the midfield. It's got to start with Jafet Perez.
Well, Mike, I'm glad Glendale got this kind of a game early season. It's a great teachable moment, a great example of where they may be lacking in their strategy, where they need to patch those holes.
Well, you know where coaches, what they love? They love teachable moments because it allows them to do their job and get their players better and fine-tune what they have on the bench. And, as I stated earlier, it's a team that's in search of an identity. And I think they're coming around. But everybody has to be working in unison. Everybody's got to be on the same page. I think they got a couple of nice players. And Andrew Sanani and Jafet Perez, we called their name a lot here tonight. Saw flashes from Hassan Nangadu late in this second half. But Sanani, speaking of, finds Nangadu. Nice touch pass. Possible opportunity here.
Setting it up. Now rolls out of bounds.
Looks like this was deflected. This is going to be a corner kick.
But I think you're right, Mike. I think Nangadu has been putting some great work this game.
In the second half. And I think in the first half, I think definitely a deer in the headlights type of moments. But here in the second half, starting to get his bearings under him, doesn't look like he's surprised by anything out there, letting the game come to him. And seeing that nice touch pass to set up this corner kick.
And that's
coming for Glendale.
That's exactly what we want to see out of Glendale, just that coolness under pressure.
Better kick inside and just off of the head. Looked like that went off of Ricky Morales. Coming from the back line.
And it looks like that's going to be Cypress's throw in.
Cypress wins this one. Under 7 minutes to go.
Cypress on the long drive there.
Well, special thanks again to the Sacuto family and Athletic Director Chris Sacuto, allowing us to bring you live coverage of 3C2A men's soccer from Glendale. Cypress up 2-0 in this one. Special thanks also to Alex Leone, the staff here on the campus of Glendale College. And again, this Saturday, opening week of 2019 SCFA football. We'll be right back at it here from Sartoris Field. Jim Sartoris, commissioner of the SCFA. La Violette one-on-one with Tejada. It's going to be offside. Flag is up. Bit of a late whistle there. I think the correct one.
But that whistle may have stopped the third goal for Cypress this game.
You might be right.
And here
flag
we go.
Up again. Glendale playing with fire, trying to push their defenders a little bit forward to catch La Violette.
And Cypress is really bringing down the hammer now. Within 1 minute, twice brought it all the way inside of the box.
Well, what they're doing, it's a bit of strategy defensively here. So you can't pass to a player that's cherry-picked the field. It's called offsides. You've seen a couple of flags go up in the last minute. But again, this is a team in Cypress that's not content with going into the locker room at the end of the game at 2-0. They're looking for some points. Not entirely sure what the scoring is in terms of is there an aggregate count on the season. But obviously if there is, it's something to play for. If you're Cypress, a team with some talent out there, I could see them be a viable threat towards the end of the season.
Well, it's a great thing to see in their mentality that they're playing every minute of the game, recognizing that, at any moment Glendale could try to flip it and, recover that advantage.
Well, I think at this point the result is all but sealed, barring a monumental collapse from the Chargers side. Flag again up. This time,
Cypress now looking like they're playing a match against the referee and not Glendale.
Ibarra, and he's been critical here tonight. Oh, it's been a La Violette in the middle again. Tejada, another save. The ball not cleared. Perez
still maintaining pressure, and it just sails.
Possibly injured on the play again is Jafet Perez. And wonder if he's going to be substituted for. I think he will be. Nope. He'll stay out there. Well, speaking of old friends, we had a chance to reconnect with Coach Chris Sacuto, athletic director, Chris Sacuto, former baseball coach here at Glendale College, and another old friend of SoCal College sports. Haven't had a chance to talk with him today, but his team is on the field in Cypress. Newly minted athletic director at Cypress College, Wes McCurtis. And Wes, congrats, buddy. It's been a pleasure working with you throughout the years, seeing you at the Compton tournament, running the stats, and it's good to see good people, get their due. And Cypress on a good trajectory with him at the helm. So again, congratulations to Wes McCurtis, new athletic director at Cypress College.
We can definitely see the fruits of his labor at work here. Cypress, a well-oiled machine.
Well, if I know Wes, I'm sure he wouldn't take a lot of credit for this victory, but he will root on the Charger faithful, that's for sure. Clock ticking down. The result all but booked here in Glendale.
Cypress, though, still maintaining the pressure, still playing every last second of this game.
They're just trying to get better, and it's a sign of a good team. They're not letting their foot off the gas, and this is how you grow as players. And there's some second stringers in there right now, and they're looking for some more playing time. So expect them to, kind of ratchet it up, not let their foot off the gas.
30 seconds about to be left on the clock here.
Oh, I'm not sure how much time will be put on there for injury time. Not much, I would assume. Maybe a minute. Our clock unofficial.
Let's see if it doesn't give Glendale a little get up and go.
No. Well, Bart, thank you for coming out. Really appreciate your time and allowing me to kind of coach you up on this software.
Not a problem, Mike. Not a problem at all. It's been a pleasure getting to watch these two fine teams put it all on the line here on the field today.
Maybe we should set up a poll, in games like this. Maybe, what's the post-game meal for us? Are we doing Burger King again, or are we doing McDonald's?
Yeah, no, I mean, the fans want to know.
I'm sure they care.
They're seeing what comes out, but do they know what comes in to make it happen?
What fuels the broadcast? Is this going to be a penalty?
Let's see if Cypress can't put another score.
I don't know if this was a handball in the box. La Violeta, will he finally get on the board? He will. Into the corner. Well, a penalty at the end of regulation. Final score should be 3-0.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that shot again. Violeta lining it up there. And it looks like it just cruises in right outside of the goalkeeper's reach into that left corner.
That's a great job by Tejada anticipating the correct side, but Glendale
just fell a little bit short there.
Will be served here at home. 3-0, your final.
Cypress goal number 10, Lorenzo La Violeta. 3-0, Chargers.
We'll go and we'll. So Dakota Naring with the second goal. That first goal was Alfonso Montano.
The second goal for Cypress was number 18, Dakota Nearing.
So Naring, we see there with the header off of the set piece. And the punctuation mark at the end. Lorenzo La Violeta with the penalty.
Just walking her right in there. Sealing the deal.
Bit of a fireball into the corner. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you on Saturday. Triple header on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Again, your final, Cypress 3, Glendale 0. Have a good evening.
And good night.